Okay, so I'm about 7 minutes in now. It still feels quite warm on my skin, although it's not as warm as it was when I first started. So I'm just going to remove this now. So I'm just going to point out, I don't know whether you can see this clearly on the video, but this section here and this here across my nose, where I've actually applied it a little bit thicker than the rest of my face, I don't know if you can see it's actually bubbled up off my skin. Which is where the product is a little bit thicker. That's no problem at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove that area first with a bit of tissue. So I'm just going to sort of remove that a little bit here and just here. Normally in the salon I'd have a spatula for that, but I don't have one to hand, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my disposable compresses to remove this from my face. Don't be tempted to use a washcloth or anything, only because of the colour. It should wash out. I know I've got it on plenty of towels in the salon before. It does tend to wash out, but these are much better because you can just throw these away. So the compress starts like this. I'm just going to pop it into water, and then you'll see what happens. It's just expanding. I'll just show you quickly. It's not fully expanded, but it's now expanding in the water. So once it's fully expanded, I can use this just to remove the peel from my face. So as you can see, I'm just going to squeeze out the excess water, and I'm just going to show you here. And it falls into quite a big actual face cloth to use. So I'm just going to wrap this around my hand, and I'm just going to use this now just to remove the peel. And you've got 2 of these to use. Just make sure it's all removed. I look like an urchin. Book I've been reading with my son at bedtime. It's all about an orphan in Victorian times, and I feel like Elsie at the moment in his story. Very black, like I've been down the mines. Okay, that one's about dead. So I'm just going to hydrate my next compress. So that noise is my bowl in the sink. Okay. So I've got my clean one now. Yeah. Make sure you move as much as possible. Okay, so I think that's most of the peel removed now. So just have a look at my skin. So I'm going to get a little bit closer now. Again, you can see I've got a bit of redness, pinkness to my skin here across my cheeks and on my chin. I totally expected that, because that's what happens to me even just from washing my face. That tends to happen. But my skin does feel really nice. It still feels quite warm actually, so that looks like it's going to last for a little bit. But just to make sure that everything is removed, we're just going to do another cleanse. So I'm just going to take my cleansing gel, exactly the same as before. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit onto my fingers. I'm going to rub that into my hands. I'm going to wet my hands slightly, just so you can see here it's foaming up a little bit. And I'm just going to wash my face again, just to make sure I've removed all traces of that peel. So give it a nice wash, a nice rubbing. Make sure you're thorough. Okay, and I'm now going to rinse. I'm just going to wet my cloth again. Just rinse my hands as well because I've got a little bit on my hands still. Okay, I'm just going to dry my face because that's quite wet, that cloth. Let's pat that dry. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. I'm just going to show you this quickly. So where I applied the peel to my face, I literally just put the brush in the sink. And if you can see there, the way it's actually bubbled up, and that's really what's been happening on my skin. So I don't know if that was really clear in the video on my skin, but that's what happens with the product there. So we're nearly at the end now. So I'm just going to use the moisturizer that comes with this pack. This one is called Moisture Light. It is suitable for all skin types. So we do different moisturisers for different skins. This particular one, as I say, is suitable for everybody, which is why it's been included in the kit. It also doesn't contain any AHA at all, any alpha hydroxy acid. It's not an active product in that way. So again, it's really lovely after a treatment like this because you don't want anything active on your skin, just because obviously that's what we've just done with the peel. So you don't need a lot of moisturiser. I've just got a little bit on my hands here. I'm just going to dab this in. I don't know how anyone else applies their moisturiser. You might think I'm weird, but this is how I do mine. And I'm just going to spread that out. And that feels really nice on my skin. It smells lovely as well. Actually, I don't normally use this one. During the day I use something called Nimue Day and then Nimue Night in the evening. So I've not used this one before, but it smells lovely. I'm just going to put a tiny little bit more on. Now I haven't used my whole sachet for this, so I'm going to keep that and I will use it again because that's really nice. I haven't treated my neck today, but normally when I'm applying my moisturiser, I would come down on my neck. I've already put moisturiser on today when I washed my face this morning. And I always make sure I moisturise my neck because I think at my age, I'm getting on a little bit now, it's all very well treating your face, but you should really treat your neck as well because that can be a real dead giveaway as to age when your neck starts to get wrinkles and things before your face if you don't look after it properly. But in this case, I've already done that today, so I'm not too worried about that, and I'm going to keep the rest of my moisturiser for another time. So I'm now going to go on to use my SPF. As I said before, if you do this in the evening, you don't need to use this product. You've moisturised the skin, but it's still the afternoon when I'm recording this video, and also for demonstration purposes. Obviously, I'm just going to show you how to do it. So I've just, again, opened my sachet. I'm going to pour a little bit into my onto my fingers. Now this is a much thicker product than the moisturiser, as you can see here. It's not a sticky product like a normal sun cream would be. I hate putting on sun cream. I don't know about anybody else. I use it obviously, but normally normal body sun cream I find very sticky and thick. This does. I use this every day. It soaks into your skin really nicely. It doesn't leave your skin feeling tacky or anything. It just soaks in like moisturiser. So I'm going to put that. Now I'm going to pay particular attention to my under eye area, although I've already done this today. I'm going to put this on my neck so I've got enough left. Just because I've been treating my under eye area, I've got terrible bags under my eyes, pigmentation, sort of puffiness really. I've been treating them since about December time with a fade treatment and an eye serum. But because I'm trying to reduce the pigmentation in there, it's absolutely vital that I apply my SPF there as well, because you can treat areas of pigmentation with fading products as much as you like. If you do not use an SPF, then you're never going to get rid of that pigmentation, because it's caused largely by sun damage. So I always make sure I apply my SPF to my under eye area. If you don't ever use any products, always make sure you use an SPF. If you're only ever going to use one, make sure it's an SPF, because it will give you a lot of protection against the sun and anti-aging. But that's a topic for another time. So I'm all finished. That's the treatment as a whole from start to finish. I must say I've still got some SPF on my fingers. I'll just rinse it off, but my skin does feel really nice and soft. Just going to dry that quickly. So my skin feels lovely. Feels really soft, really smooth. I don't know if I'm going to do a close-up so you can see. I don't know how it comes out like on the camera, but I've got a mirror behind my camera, so I'm looking in there as well, and my skin looks really bright. It looks just really even as well. The skin tone looks really even. I've got a couple of blemishes here, but I had those, I know, already. It's a little bit pink possibly, but I do know that will go down, and it's not anything major at all, and it's probably even just from where I've just put moisturizer on and things like that at the end of the treatment. So my skin, as I say, my skin feels lovely. So I've obviously got enough now for a second treatment, so I can't wait to do that. I won't do another treatment now for a couple of weeks, because you have to allow a certain amount of time between these treatments, and that depends, how much time you allow does depend on your skin type. So if you were to purchase one of these, then I would just have a discussion with you as to how often you can or how much time you need to leave between your two treatments. So if you are interested in purchasing one of these kits, they are £45. I'm also giving them supplying them with a £5 voucher at the moment while we're in lockdown, and that voucher can be redeemed with me once I'm allowed to reopen again in the salon against a Nimue facial. It can be a Nimue facial of your choice, but it does have to be one that's suitable for you and your skin type and where you are in your skincare journey. Okay, so that's all for me for now. I hope that was useful for you. I certainly loved it. I've got treatment out of it, so I'm really happy. I hope you found it useful. If you've got any questions at all, please just let me know, and I will see you on my next video. Thanks ever so much. Bye.